Hey, this is Brett the Hitman Hart, and you're listening to the Smacked Raw podcast.
What? Okay, well, has this always been a thing? Where have I been?
Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to the Raw Recap, brought to you by the Smacked Raw podcast. I am your hostess with the mostest, Katie, baby. Hold on. You can do it better in a second. What? Joining me, of course, is Kevin Crazy. Hi, Kevin.
Hey, what's up?
And the second week in a row, back by popular demand, and because I feel
Doubling
like garbage, we have Wreak Havoc.
Yes.
Go ahead, Wreak.
Doubling up.
Do what you gotta do.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Wreak Havoc, also known on the Young Kings Wrestling Podcast as the Nature Boy Ric Flair. And I present to our Smacked Raw audience, the head of the wrestling podcast table, the hostess with the mostest, the sun around which wrestling podcasts must orbit, the best in the game, the one and only Miss KT, baby. Like Weezy, please say the baby.
I'll smoke to that.
Okay. I don't get introductions like that ever, so maybe I should just have Reek on every week to do this for me.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not a bad idea.
Don't burp into your mic, bro. Come on.
Did you see how far away I was? That was
Wow.
That was just a fantastic burp. It was just a very loud burp.
Oh, shit.
Anyways, I don't know.
I mean, excuse me.
How,
I'm sorry. That was rude.
But we are a wrestling recap show. You can find us
couldn't tell
live.
by that awesome Paul Heyman promo?
I mean,
that
if you
just
couldn't
put
tell by
over?
that,
I thought that was dope.
If you couldn't tell by that, then excuse me, you can find us live on twitch.tv/puttingyouover Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and weekends if there are pay-per-views.
Basically every day anymore. Jesus.
Well, when we're not streaming, Standing Streamer has his show Putting You Over, where he has interviews with people in the wrestling community, whether it be wrestlers or coaches or other people. Excuse me. Jesus.
Nope. No excuse.
Well, I don't care.
All right. I'll excuse you.
If you miss a live stream, we have the video version of the podcast. Oh my god. Up on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/smackdroppodcast. Go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified every time we post a new video. If you don't like watching your podcast, we have the audio form on basically every podcast platform you can think of. And if you
I can
like,
think of more though, probably.
I don't. Shush. Let me do this.
What are you trying to do?
Let me finish this, and then I'll let you talk. Okay, bud?
Buddy? What do I want to talk about? Go ahead. Yeah. I'm just being a rascal.
If you still would like to consume wrestling content, use your peepers, your Medusas, if you will. I heard that the other day. I thought that was really cool. Use your eyes. Head on over to WrestlingNewsWorld.com. Check out the articles written by some fantastic people over there. Their premium content. We have the honor of being their exclusive recap. So you can support them and you can support us. Kevin, where can they go to support us? And don't be stupid about it.
What does that mean? What the fuck? That was a loaded statement if I ever heard one.
Is it?
Oh, man.
So today what I did was I woke up probably, I don't know, 11:30-ish or so, smoked some weed, hung with my son for a little while, played some video games, hung with my girlfriend. We ate
Patreon.com/SmackDrawPodcast. You can get stickers. You can get featured on UWO with your own wrestling
I got a
opinions.
shirt.
You can get shirts like Kevin is wearing.
If you want to look like me, which you should, you can get this shirt at our Patreon.
If you do the $25 tier, you can get all the things I mentioned, plus the shirt Kevin is wearing, in a variety of different colors. And
this
we will shout you out for...
shirt if you really want.
That's gross. And we'll shout your stuff out for the month.
I'll sign it. I don't care.
That adds value.
Let's talk about Raw. That's what we're doing. Let's talk about Raw. Overall, what did you guys think of Raw?
A lot better than last week. That's for damn sure.
That's all I got.
No, I was entertained most of the time. You know.
Yeah, just a slight upgrade over last week, because last week was the absolute shit.
Facts.
But yeah, I mean, I there's a little bit here and there that I could take away from it, but a lot that just kind of made me punch air again. So
that's usually that's how Raw is. There's like a couple of nuggets where you're like, yo, if they could just do this the whole time, what a fucking show it would be. But then, you know, you get the head scratching parts where you're just like, oh my fucking God. Like, why did they even put this on TV? Like, who thought this was a good idea?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we saw a lot of the same things from last week.
Yep.
Fucking lazy writing. I think I said this here last week. I'm so sick and tired of lazy writing. Like, why? Consistently. Like, you basically have the same writing teams for both shows, and yet Friday Night SmackDown doesn't do a whole lot special, but they consistently have a way better show than Monday. So what the hell do you do in those 4 days in between? Like, I don't get it.
It's the fact that they don't care about Raw, because Raw is the C show, and that's been proven almost every week.
It's the fucking D show now.
It's the Z show, guys. Like, it's
not good. It's not very good.
There are some things that are good, some things they're doing.
Bro, I was dubbed Positive Patty by RN.
Yes.
And I'm like, yo, it's not good.
When Positive,
I mean, I think I'm the barometer.
Says it's not good. I don't know if it's good, guys. I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I was on like, I was 420 like a motherfucker too. So I'm really open to liking it, you know, but it's going to be a no for me, dog.
Yeah, so if anyone's even familiar with how Kevin is, I have to deal with that twice as much now that he's riddled out.
I kind of look like Matt Riddle, don't I?
No, you look like Eric from the Viking Raiders. We have talked about this.
Yeah, you're right.
He does.
You're right.
We literally talked about this last week.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. No. Kyle's Eric. He's Ivar, right?
Yeah. That's right.
That's what. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't know why I get them confused. Like the names.
I don't either.
I don't know why. But
no, Kyle. Holy shit! That dude's like spitting image. Like, it's scary how much Kyle looks like him.
Yeah.
See, this is why we need an editor for the videos, because I would really like a picture of Kyle and then a picture of Eric from Viking Raiders side by side.
Okay.
So we can all see.
Yeah, that would be dope.
If anything, I'm putting it on Twitter. I'm not even making promises. Somebody put it on Twitter. I don't have the time.
You should put it on Twitter.
I'm on Twitter.
It'd be very nice.
It's not a bad thing. Kyle is in the chat. It's not a bad thing. I mean, if anything, that's a compliment.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Like, Eric is the MVP of Raw Underground, which is dead now. But,
I mean, have you seen his knee strike? Deadly.
Yeah. Some bad shit right there. Like,
you're still a fucking asshole, though.
Okay, well, anyways, Drew McIntyre started Raw. Basically, he just recaps what the events that transpired last week. I can't even talk. I don't know what's going on right now. He's talking about how obviously MVP is the one behind Mason T-Bar attacking him last week. He calls their mask stupid, which plays into the match later in the night, which very well done. I like that they did that, because nobody liked those masks. Not a single person. Find me one person who liked those masks.
Kids.
I don't even think kids liked them. I don't even think kids liked them, in all honesty.
Kids in kindergarten.
When they're doing arts and crafts with their fucking fingers.
Do you have some anger towards preschoolers.
I guess, man.
They
You
don't
have some
talk about
feelings
it?
about those fucking masks.
It's nerve wracking. That's all it is. I have like a lack of patience for all of that shit at this point.
I guess, man.
I mean, it's alright because spoiler: the masks are no more for at least
Thank
T-Bar
God.
and Mace. Spoilers! Oh no, it's not like I'm not gonna cover it later. Oh well. That prompts MVP to come out saying, "You gotta expect the unexpected. You didn't expect me to get in your head at Mania." Then he's like, "Oh well." On behalf of the almighty champ Bobby Lashley, which he says in total the almighty champ Bobby Lashley at least 4 times while he's talking, like the whole thing, not just the champ, not just the almighty, no, the almighty.
You got to every single time.
Champ Bobby Lashley. It's a
you ever seen the Boondocks?
No.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
You remember A Pimp Named Slipback? You gotta say the whole thing every single time. That's how it is.
He's like, my favorite part of that is he's like, yeah, I'm a pimp named Slipback. You know, like A Tribe Called Quest. You always,
you gotta say the whole thing. Exactly.
Yeah. So good. That's one of the best parts of the Boondocks. I feel like that was so goddamn funny.
That was that show.
I feel very much out of the loop because I have not seen that show, but I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it.
Pimp named damn, you're totally right. It's the same thing. It's so good.
But that's the idea. You gotta say the whole thing. Yeah. The almighty WWE champion, like A Tribe Called Quest.
A pimp named Slipback.
Exactly.
Well, MVP goes on to say, we basically got rid of the dead weight in the Hurt Business, and Lashley put you on your ass at Mania by himself. Why would I hire Mason T-Bar? And he says, they have no affiliation with the Hurt Business. And Drew gets out of the ring and is like, starts walking towards MVP. He's like, oh, maybe we can discuss this face to face, prompting a attack again from Mason T-Bar, thus proving Drew's point that they are in some way, shape, or form, if not associated with the Hurt Business, MVP alone. You know, kind of sus. I'm just saying.
I missed that part. I missed that.
Oh, you did. That's right. You were like, yeah, I missed the beginning. I was like, hey, you're fine.
I guess I didn't miss much.
No.
Although that match later on makes a lot more sense. But yeah, you know.
I mean, yeah, the match later in the night 100% makes sense. They hit the double choke slam on Drew and then walk straight past MVP to the back where they have an interview. I'm gonna put it in quotes so people watching. Interview. They're talking about extinct animals. This is from what I could understand because it was so bad. It was so bad. Nobody could understand what they were doing. Or saying. They were talking about extinct animals, and they said, well, that's how Drew will be when we're done with him.
What?
And all I remember hearing was a saber-toothed tiger, and they were just like, oh, you know what they all have in common? They're extinct, and that's what Drew will be when we're done with him. That's their interview.
I think I can put this together properly. Like,
okay.
In its proper context. Kev, you remember your first time you got high? The very first time?
Of course.
You know how, like, just random stuff started popping up in your head at the time when you're just chilling? Mm-hmm. That's basically what the promo was. They just vocalized it in front of everyone, and they got like 30 seconds to do it. That's really what that was.
Well,
that makes sense. Makes sense.
Regardless, it was stupid.
Either that or they lost a bet and had to cut the shittiest promo they could possibly do.
Or, hear me out, lazy writing.
Or I said that all the time.
It was 100% lazy writing. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They didn't know what they wanted them to say. And, I mean, you can't have two behemoths of men attack Drew McIntyre and, like, not have them say something, so you gotta think of something on the fly. Oh, tell them you're gonna make them extinct, guys. Start rattling off animals that are extinct, play off each other, and then say that's what you're gonna make Drew. That's what happened.
I mean,
those guys don't need to talk ever. Literally ever.
Here's the thing: is it like that's a cool concept, but like you got to have the right people to be able to do that.
But here's the thing: Dijak can talk.
No, he can. He can.
So the fact that okay, airplanes, chill. My window's open. I heard an airplane outside. Caught me off guard. Jesus.
I was about to have some questions for you.
No. My window is open, and I heard an airplane, which is it's fine.
About to say, Kaz.
This is getting more and more sus.
I was about to say, Kaz's not the only one getting high around here.
No.
You're hearing an airplane.
Nah. I'm not.
As she sips her monster.
Because I sip my monster.
What's in that fucking monster?
Would you like me to run it down? I'm not gonna do it on air. Get the fuck out of my face, go. Come on now.
That was dope.
After that,
I gotta give you props for that.
They go to commercial. They come back. Drew McIntyre's pissed off, looking for Adam Pearce. He finds him. You know what I want, he immediately says. And Adam Pearce is like, no, I'm not giving you the 2-on-1. Find a partner. And Drew's just like, no, you figure it out. And he walks away. Spoiler, it ends up being a 2-on-1 handicap match. So he didn't make him find a partner. Because are you really going to tell Drew McIntyre no? Really? Adam Pearce, you're kind of scared of Roman too. I'm sensing a theme.
Where is your sack, Pierce?
Yeah, no shit. Sonya Deville is his sack, quite frankly.
Sonya Deville? Got it.
Yeah, I know. I hear you. She's yeah.
Snaps.
Yeah, you wanna? Yeah. I'm about to say, you wanna finish that thought, Katie?
Nah, not on air. Not with other people around.
Yeah, no shit.
You just had a lot loaded up right there that you clearly were ready to say.
Get a bucket and a... No, I'm just kidding.
Excuse you. Please don't ever sing that in my general vicinity ever again.
Macaroni in a pot.
Viking Raiders taking on Sean Benjamin and Cedric Alexander, a rematch from last week. Which I'm not 100% mad at because... I mean, I'm mad that it's a rematch, but I'm not mad because the match was good. These four men are great, especially with Eric and Ivar like coming back last week as a team since they haven't been a team in so long. I like it, but well, that's the thing. There are no other tag teams for them to face except New Day. But New Day is doing whatever with Elias and Jack Striker.
That's the thing. Like, I'm mad, but I'm not mad. Like, it's lazy writing, but on the plus side, you know, Cedric and Seth Shelton are at least still on TV. They're not back in catering again. And again, there is no depth in the tag team division. So if you keep them around, that helps.
Exactly. I feel like that this is just kind of a rock and a hard place, like with the state of the tag team division on Raw. To your point, Reek, what else are they gonna do with them? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I like having them on, TV. That's about it, you know?
Yeah, that's pretty much.
Also, we got a raid from Love Wrestling CA. Thank you for the raid. And the follow, I think. Oh, no. Just they were just raiding. It's fine. And Ed is back. What's up?
What's up, Ed?
What's up?
I was looking at chat, and now I got all types of confused because I was arguing with Matt, too.
Jesus Christ.
Rematch was fine. The exact same moveset, the Viking Express as their finish on Cedric again. Poor Cedric. They kept saying, "Oh, he's prime time Alexander." Like we know, but you don't gotta keep like shoving it down our throats. Yeah. We're okay, thank you. No thanks.
We're okay, thank you.
Unless you're gonna pair him up with Titus O'Neil, you do not need to keep saying prime time.
Yeah, like, no thanks. I mean, primetime players, throwback.
Yeah.
That was a good team. They were a good team. But guys, there are no tag teams, and I hate this.
No, there really aren't. They need more tag teams on Raw, straight up. No question about it.
They need more tag teams in general.
And that's what I'm saying.
That's true too. That's true too. SmackDown's pretty thin too.
Yeah.
The quote unquote main roster is very thin on tag teams.
Always. place.
Absolutely.
So following that rematch we have a Randy Orton interview. I'm summarizing here, saying that the Fiend is no more. He has no one else could do that. Not Braun, not Bobby, not Drew. Nobody else could get rid of the Fiend. That was me. It was all me. He has a sight set on the title, and he's like, yeah, Drew beat me last week, but my sight is focused on WrestleMania Backlash. It's the dumbest name ever. It's fine.
It already like every match for the card so far is a WrestleMania rematch too.
Yeah.
Dumb.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure.
Haven't they only announced one match, which is
Well,
Drew and Bobby?
definitely. But oh yeah, that's true.
Have they announced other matches that I've just missed?
I thought there was one other match.
I don't think so.
I thought there was one other match that they announced. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't trust you. I trust Reek more, and Reek knows more about this stuff than you do. So
hey, you know what?
Well,
fuck you.
Well, they haven't yet, but you can pretty much see the writing on the wall for the majority of them.
Triple threat for the women's title, tag titles against Lana, Mandy and Dana probably. Calling it now. Shayna turns on Naya at Backlash. Calling it now. If it doesn't happen, then I'm done trying to defend it.
Anyway, we'll get into that.
We'll get into that. Randy just saying, well, I'm whoever wins, whether it be Bobby, whether it be Drew, I'm coming after him after. And then Scooter Boy,
the man himself,
Scooter Boy himself, Riddle, decides to just appear out of nowhere.
Scoot his way in there
interrupts
and make everybody's life fucking
awful.
Pleasant.
And he starts circling Randy and the new interviewer guy. It's Kevin, I think his name is. I don't know. Seth Rollins was calling him something different on the Mania, so now I keep forgetting.
I literally said the same thing on Young Kings yesterday. I think his name is Kevin, and I'm not 100% sure about it.
I can't remember what Seth was calling him either.
You know what? Can you
look it up for me real quick?
I'm about to get to the bottom of this.
Get to the bottom of it while I keep talking. Interrupt me when you find out, please.
Yeah.
Riddle says, oh, congrats on your win at Mania. Oh, I just realized Kevin is frozen.
Uh-oh.
Wow, he's frozen now. If he leaves, this is gonna screw up my stream.
Kinda, sorta.
I'm gonna have to... Oh, I knew it. Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
I'll give him a second. I'll give him 1 minute. If not, I'm changing everything. That's all he gets is a minute. So if you're watching the video, sorry, I'm not gonna change it right now unless I hear back from Kevin. God damn it, Kevin. Oh, see, I'm happy I didn't change it.
There. Yeah, there you go.
Are you back? You're muted, bud.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
You're still muted.
Oh, this is good. His name is Kevin, by the way.
Oh, it's Kevin.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. All right, you're back. We can hear you. Hello?
Yeah. Sorry, I have no idea what the fuck happened.
I don't either. You were frozen, but that's fine. You were frozen.
Zoom died. It just crashed. I have no idea. My internet was fine.
That's happened to our end, too. I think it's just you guys. I don't know what it is.
That's the first time it's happened to me.
Actually, that's actually kind of BS. That's happened to me twice. On stream while I was hosting. And I lost Kevin, you were on one of them with me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, Riddle circling him.
A lot of shows together. I don't remember.
Saying, oh, well, you don't have a title. I lost my title. We can just be a tag team. RK Bro.
Yes. That was the dopest.
It was
RK
awful.
Bro. I loved it. I fucking loved it.
It was awful. But, oh, we can get matching scooters. We can put fangs on yours. And Randy legit just walks away. So done. Walks away. And after that, he goes into Pierce's office. He's like, listen, I'm tired of the lack of respect I'm getting around here. The blonde kid who doesn't wear shoes, whatever his name is, I'm gonna teach him some respect.
Put some respect on that stoner motherfucker.
I like that he doesn't acknowledge what Riddle's name is. I love that.
Yeah. That was fitting.
That was a fucking mistake.
That's why I was hopeful to see an absolute beatdown, because as soon as he pulled up on Randy, I was like, yeah, you fucking with the wrong one. You don't want to do this.
Yeah, Randy.
Well, you know what though? Here's the thing: is that Randy Orton has been on the record lately as saying that he wants to put over the younger talent and stuff like that. You know, like look at the way that he put over Keith Lee. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I miss Keith Lee.
Like, I mean, I know Matt Riddle's not your guys' thing, but this isn't out of Orton's wheelhouse, is what I'm saying. As of late.
I will say this, because, and I was tweeting it before, like, if he didn't talk much, he would be so over with me. But it does say something that they gave him that, you know, a lot of time with Randy to actually spotlight his talent in that match. Like, that's a hell of an endorsement for this guy.
Well, that's what I mean, and especially coming off of Mania, losing the mid-card belt, getting a big win like that. I mean, I know he got kind of squashed by Lashley last week, but what the fuck was he, you know? Like, this is a huge win for him. Like, it really, really, really is, you know? I mean, this could put him in the title picture for real, you know?
It very well might. I mean, especially, I mean, we'll get to the match in a second, but before Riddle versus Randy, we get a Charlotte promo. She comes out demanding respect, basically heel shit. This is good heel shit, basically.
Yeah.
Says she's the biggest star in the division. That she is over all of the women being fake towards each other in the locker room. I had my Mania match taken from me. I've beat Asuka. I ended her 914-day streak. I've beat Rhea. I can beat them both in the same night, which is probably going to happen at Backlash, but none of my business.
They did telegraph the shit out of that. You're not lying.
They are. And she keeps calling herself the Opportunity, and if that's her new nickname from going on, I'm not calling her that. I'm not.
I fucking love it.
I hate it.
I love it. It's so true, because it I don't know, man. It makes perfect sense to me, because everybody does fucking hate on her and say, you know, like, she's taking, like, that shoot promo that she had essentially last week was fucking fire. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I said this yesterday. I'm like, she's not doing anything she hasn't done before. It's just more deliberate. It's less, you know, with less restraints on it. Like, she's just saying exactly what she wants to say without, you know, having any kind of like heavy scripting on it.
Exactly. And I think that's why it's connecting with me, at least, so well. You know what I'm saying? Because it really does feel like super genuine, you know? Yeah. That's all I mean. So, like, that's why all this shit, I'm like, oh, it feels like she's really putting herself into this particular character that she's trying to portray right now. And I feel it. That's all. But you're right. I mean, it's not like it's entirely different from what she was doing as a heel before. It feels, like I said, it just feels more genuine.
I mean, heel Charlotte is the better Charlotte, whether I like to admit it or not. Her as a babyface is you trying to say Sasha Banks has ever been a babyface. It's just not right. It just don't work like that.
I mean, realistically, all the horsewomen are better as heels.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, maybe except for Becky Lynch,
Becky's
but that's only because
one of those.
She's a special case.
Yeah, Becky's that right down. She has that Stone Cold effect. Like,
yes.
you can't boo her if she is trying to be a heel or trying to be a face. It doesn't matter.
And I think Bayley has the ability to be a really good face. I think she proved that. But
as I say, look at NXT.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, she's killing it as a heel too. You know, so
she is.
Hey.
So after Charlotte goes on like a nice 5-minute rant, Asuka comes out, and before Asuka can say anything, Rhea comes out, and Charlotte's not letting Asuka talk. She's like, "I'll beat you later," and Rhea, you can come sit down in this nice comfy chair. You can take some notes. Rhea's like, "Yeah, I mean, I'll come out. Sure, I'll take you up on that offer. And I know Asuka is going to beat you," and she keeps And then Charlotte keeps talking over Asuka and talking to her like she's a child. And basically, like, undermining Asuka's ability to speak English, which is... I don't know if I was the only one picking that up. It's high key fucked. But Asuka... Well, she also says, I can't understand you, to Asuka.
Yeah, it was a little... It was...
High key. But...
It was definitely cringy.
Asuka really says... Charlotte, she screams it. She's like, Charlotte, tonight I'll beat you, bitch.
That was dope.
Perfect. Thank you, Asuka.
Yeah.
And that's what we need. We need that Asuka. We need the one. Yeah, she can cut a fire promo on you in Japanese, sprinkle in a little bit of English, call you a bitch, say you suck, whatever. That's what we need from Asuka.
Absolutely.
Not whatever the hell's been happening. That's when she's at her best. Recently.
No, for sure. That's when she's at her best. Is when she can just be, like, just a Japanese badass, basically, because that's what she fucking is.
Right.
Yeah.
We saw it in the summer. He just, took their foot off the gas with it.
Oh, they really took they put that in neutral and they said we're just gonna glide, I guess. Disrespect is what it is.
It's terrible.
It's messed up.
I really, and this is probably never gonna happen, but I really want to see Kana the Clown come out.
That's what Ed just said too. Less Asuka, more Kana.
Yeah, it's true. Like that flips the whole fucking game around if you do that.
I've never actually seen Kana. I mean, I've seen pictures and stuff, but I've heard stories. Seems really dope, so I'd be into it.
Yeah, but knowing WWE, they're not gonna do it.
Nope. Of course not.
I mean, we were lucky enough to get, like, the demon out of Finn Balor. We were lucky to get that.
Well, his whole thing is that he doesn't want to do it because he feels like it'd be a step back for him.
Well, yeah. But for people who knew of him and, like, his crazy costumes and characters and as Prince Devitt, that was a treat for them. But now I agree. I mean, Finn now as just the prince. That's that's quality.
Yeah,
that's good.
Fucking for sure. I'd love to see the demon at least one more time though, because it is dope.
Less Riddle, more Ritter. All right, Matt.
Hashtag Ritter over Riddle.
I support that hashtag wholeheartedly.
I don't.
You're the only person who doesn't. Well, speaking of, we have Riddle taking on Randy Orton.
Woo!
Jesus.
Best part of the whole fucking night.
I would 100% disagree.
Answer the question.
I'm not answering the question.
Answer the question.
No.
Oh, shit.
No, I don't. That's none of y'all's business.
It's an A or B answer, Katie.
You can see your way out of here.
Y'all can. Fuck off. I'm not answering that question now.
It's a chat question.
The match was good.
Jesus.
The match was good. It
was really good.
Riddle, he put the reverse choke on Randy 5 times, 3, 4. I don't remember how many times, but in the beginning, just repeatedly putting it on Randy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And
that's what Riddle is so good, man. Is that kind of submission mat work and shit like that. It's dope.
Like I've said in the past, Riddle in ring is great. He's
Everybody
awesome.
says that.
I personally hate the stoner character and I can't get behind it. And I've said it too many times.
You toe that line. That Matt Riddle line around here.
Listen.
Initially, I was down with it in NXT, but this I don't know. They just kind of turned it up a little too high on the main roster, and it just threw me out of it.
Hey, I wrote this song one time. It wasn't really a song, but it was just it went smoke as much as possible. So you can't get high enough. So Nah, if it's not your thing, it's not your thing. I get it. But it just resonates with me for obvious reasons. So,
obvious reasons, yeah. No, I don't know what you're talking about. I literally said you were riddled out earlier, and you also said it.
Well, yeah.
But
you say that like you're accusing me of something bad.
No. Riddle controls a good portion of this match, like kind of throwing Randy off his game. I mean, the ending was probably the coolest part about the match. Randy goes for the RKO, and Riddle reverses it into a crucifix pin. And I think Kyle is the one who said this. There was like 3 crucifix pins since SmackDown.
Wait, is he the Sean Ross Sapp's stats of the SmackDown family right now or something? Like,
he might be.
I
mean, we need one of those. So, also, Reek, does my answer? Do you approve of my answer?
It's actually kind of. I expected that one, so it's
no surprise.
Rightfully so. You're surprised?
Yeah.
I said no surprise.
Oh, you know what? Listen, whatever. I've said before, I stan Sonya Deville.
Well, that's exactly what I was saying. Jesus Christ.
After that match, we get a segment with Adam Pearce and Sheamus. Which,
by the way, Orton put some respect on that stoner name. That's for goddamn sure. After that crucifix pin, that little bitch.
So he congratulates Sheamus on winning at Mania, since we didn't see Sheamus last week. It's fine. We still haven't seen AJ and Omos, by the way. It's been 2 weeks since Mania.
That's what the fuck is that all about?
Omos is somewhere spooning AJ like a small child.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know who. Did you say that in the chat, or did somebody else say that?
Matt said they're cuddling, but I say that he's like spooning him like a small child.
Ah, okay.
They're doing one of those
two
things.
I mean, it makes sense. You're right. Regardless, but he says, "Well, I mean, now that you're U.S. champ, I mean, there's been open challenges in the past." Brings up John Cena, because John Cena's open challenges as U.S. champ were incredible. I mean, that's how Sami Zayn got his start on the main roster before, he blew out both of his fucking shoulders, which is awful.
In his entrance?
In his entrance, yeah.
Oh, holy shit, I didn't know that.
So
because he comes out and he goes like when the music like hits that point and he just swings his arms out. Yeah. He threw out his shoulder doing that shit.
And then he went on to wrestle like a 15-minute classic with John Cena.
Oh yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that.
And then he was out and not back on the main roster for like almost a year.
Yeah.
Which was just
damn.
But that's how we also got Kevin Owens versus Cena. So like, shout out to John Cena. Shout out real quick.
No, he was the one that like really started that whole like open challenge thing, right? I mean, like, yeah. Okay.
And that's what Adam Pearce is talking about, for kind of trying to goat Sheamus into doing the same thing. And I'm just gonna read that later. Well, Sheamus is like, well, I don't care about the past. I know you're trying to get me to do an open challenge, but I'll do it, but not for the title. Also, what is going on? Go ahead, Reed. Answer the question. It's a chat question. Yeah, how does it feel? Huh?
I'm not the hostess. So, I mean, I'm
Answer your question in chat. Go ahead and answer in chat, and I'll check back later.
I will.
Nice. So we get Naya and Shayna taking on Lana and Naomi. Quick tags by Lana and Naomi. As Shayna does the signature arm snap, elbow snap, I guess, technically, to Lana. Oh, yeah. And Mandy and Dana, I'm so tired. Mandy and Dana's music hits. And I was just as confused as Nia Jax was, being like, why are
holy
they coming
shit,
out
this
here?
is the dumbest thing in the world. This made literally no sense. What the fuck?
Let me try and make it make sense, Kev. That's why I'm here. This is my job. This is what I do.
Yeah. Well, good luck. I hope you can do it. Godspeed.
I can't, but I'm going to try my best.
Well, good luck anyway.
Thank you.
I got your back.
Mandy and Dana are just like, well, last week They basically just are recapping what happened at Mania, what happened last week with Naya and Shayna rewatching Mandy fall, and then Mandy slapping Naya, them ganging up on Naya, and then Naya slipping. This causes Naya to legitimately leave her tag partner alone, walk up the ramp to chase Mandy and Dana, leaving Shayna legitimately alone, and she's like, Naya, where are you going?
Yeah.
Doesn't get an answer.
Shayna's literally looking for a tag.
Exactly. She's looking for the tag, and Naya just walks away, tries to go after Mandy and Dana, and Shayna ends up getting a double face buster by Lana and Naomi. Jesus, Naomi. Why can't I speak? What is happening? I'm struggling. I'm so sorry.
You know what?
No, but
you got this.
But in all seriousness, this legitimately made me angry.
Yeah.
Because once again, lazy fucking writing. All of the whole from start to finish. I don't want to see Lana and Naomi in that tag team picture anymore. Shayna's holding an arm bar or whatever on Lana for 10 minutes while Mandy and Dana come out here showing footage from last week that we don't care to see.
Mm-hmm.
And then Naya gets up and leaves as if she can't hold it together to finish a freaking match. And then Shayna loses the match just days after she lost a match to fucking Natty, which in my eyes is burial. to me, that was a sign that they buried Shayna, because Shayna in no universe, no wrestling, any kind of atmosphere should ever lose to Natty. I don't care what she did in wrestling. She should not ever lose to that woman. So that's a burial. And then you have this. I just
burial.
I just blasted all caps tweeting, stop booking Shayna to lose because it's bullshit.
It's blasphemy.
Because it is. It is absolute blasphemy.
Blasphemy. Yeah, we out here throwing that word out now.
That's where we're at.
That's where we're at.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing for me about this whole thing is it feels like there's just too many fucking cooks, with all the stories that are,
way too many.
Yeah. Like any one of these stories might be good if they were not all trying to be told at once.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? I mean, I get what you're saying, from a booking aspect, Shayna losing. Yeah, I'm not down with that either. But what I'm saying is that on top of all that, you're I can't even fucking make sense of what's going on because you're trying to tell 15 stories on top of all this bullshit. Yeah. You know what I mean? And you're I can't figure out what's going on.
I mean,
you can't.
Go ahead.
You can't cloud the tag team scene and tease a breakup and have a whole side story with a whole other tag team. You can't put all of that shit together in one freaking segment.
And
less is more sometimes.
All the storylines. So, as you have Naya slipping, Mandy and Dana basically bullying Naya, even though they say they're not, which they are. Yep. You have Reginald. You have now Angel Garza. When I talk about that,
what the fuck? Reggie is missing because he hasn't been seen since before WrestleMania, so he's somewhere tied up in somebody's basement.
Probably
and I don't know where the hell Garza came from.
Yeah, what was that all about? That
he escaped random. Someone's basement and is now back. I mean, the fact that they're all of the storylines for the women's division, excluding the women's title, is centered around Nia Jax.
Which is also just strange. I don't get it.
I mean, of all people, why Naya? I mean,
because I feel like they wrote themselves into a corner with every single storyline that they had going on, and they were like, "Oh shit, Nia Jax is at the center of this. There's nothing we can do about it."
They're no, another storyline involving Naya. What shall we do?
Let's write another one involving Naya. That's what. It just felt like they just.
What I want to happen. This is fantasy booking. What I want to happen at Backlash, they lose the tag titles to whoever, probably Mandy and Dana at this point. Shayna turns on Naya. Naya gets no love from Angel Garza or Reggie, and just let her face Shayna, have that be a feud on its own, monster versus beast. Let's go. That's what we need. I'm so sick of this other BS.
Yeah, and that wouldn't even be a terrible payoff to a real shitty story, honestly.
I mean, like I said, that's fantasy booking. It's not gonna happen because I want it to happen. So I'm just done.
No, but I'm saying like that would literally be the best outcome from what is going on right now. Mm-hmm. Really,
I mean, I'm an optimist. What can I say? Not really. I'm actually a huge pessimist. All right, so now we get Miz TV. Maurice is out there with the Miz. No John Morrison, surprising.
Told you it's over.
It's 100% over at this point. They're promoting Miz and Mrs. Oh, I love you, babe. They kiss and fireworks. It's basically a rom-com at this point.
Yep.
They pour some champagne. Miz says, "Oh, Sunday, we get his 24," which I'm actually kind of excited about. It's because Miz and Mrs. is a great show. We've talked about this before. I personally like kind of seeing behind the scenes for some superstars. That's why I liked Total Divas so much. Because, especially in the earlier seasons, seeing them get screwed over a Mania match and, that kind of stuff. I like seeing that. So I'm very intrigued to see the 24 on Miz.
They haven't really given specifics, though. What's it covering?
Exactly. Well, he said his entire career.
Ooh.
But I don't know if that's true. I didn't know he was getting a 24 until this.
Yeah, I didn't either.
But like I said, I'm intrigued. Whether it's just the past year with him and Morrison getting back together, or it's his whole career, I don't care. I think it'll be good. But that prompts Damian Priest to come out. He calls Miz delusional. Let's show how you actually won. It shows the recap from last week. Damian Priest ripping Miz's dress shirt and then his dress pants off. Marie's getting on the apron. Roll up, feet on the ropes. He says that Miz ain't got no cojones, which, true. No cojones, no balls, bro. You ain't got none.
2 kids worth. Just saying.
Well, apparently he gets a vasectomy, according to Miz and Mrs. I don't actually know if that's true, but they keep promoting that.
That means he's giving too much balls.
Well,
isn't that the show that's on right now, the Miz and Mrs. his vasectomy show?
Yeah, I don't know if that was. I don't think that was tonight's episode. I don't know. I usually catch a little bit of it while I'm trying to set up. I think they were talking about getting his mom and Marjo, who is Maurice's mom, dates. Which I don't know. I don't know. It's great.
That's hilarious.
But Maurice basically says, "Well, if you want a match with Mike, you got it." And he's like, "You know what? Thank you. That's actually why I came out here. So thank you so much."
That was really funny.
And then I believe it was Miz throws champagne in Damian Priest's face, and then Miz and Maurice get out of the ring, and then that's about it.
I said this before, and I'm standing by it. Bad Bunny was Damian Priest's crutch, and I'm still in fear for this guy on his own because I don't know how well he's gonna hold up. Thankfully, he had already had this program with the Miz, so I guess they can carry that for as long as they need to. But
it's not gonna go much further.
Afterwards, I'm telling you, I'm really worried. Priest going on his own with these promos, he is in the ring, he's great, but it's it's all about your character, and him as a heel was great, but as a face, it's not sticking the landing for me. It's really not.
No, I would tend to agree. I mean, but who knows? He's got it in ring, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And he's proven that he can cut good promos. But I hear you. There's just something when Bad Bunny was with him, it felt almost like he had something to, he was his bodyguard or some shit. So it was
something to fight for.
Yeah. like when he's by himself, like I just kind of want him to be like a badass. You know what I mean?
Martinez.
Like, yeah.
Let
like,
him be Punishment Martinez, but they're not going to.
Yeah.
That's the honestly. And the thing is, like Vince is really high on him, so it's like they're going to put as much effort as they can, I would think, into getting him over. But it's like you gotta, steer his character in the right direction to get that going. Because what he get is gonna get stale really fast. Because Bad Bunny was really putting him over. And now it's like when you don't have that, you gotta try to put yourself over. You're gonna need some additional help.
Also, shout out to Bad Bunny's tour being sold out.
Yeah, holy shit.
Oh yeah.
Iconic. Bad Bunny, we love to see it. What a guy. And he had Jesus, Kevin.
I'm sorry.
Mute yourself, please. Thank you. He had his nice interview after Mania, expressing his gratitude towards WWE, and I loved that because you can tell how genuine he was. Kevin's just choking.
And you know what? I had debates about this, but I'm gonna end it right here. He is officially the best celebrity debut of all time because I think it was Damian Priest that said he learned the Canadian Destroyer the day before WrestleMania and pulled it off that dope. Nah, I'm sorry. I don't care who else shows up. He got number one.
Yeah, I have to agree at this point. I have to. Like, you can't pull out a Canadian Destroyer. I mean, that's a hard move to learn if you're not, like, in the business. And the fact that he learned it, I didn't know. I wasn't, like, fully paying attention to the interview. But I didn't know he learned it day before. That's wild.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Shout out.
No, but I think that WWE really knocked it out of the park too, with the way that they booked Bad Bunny. Because like, not for nothing, that did get Damian Priest over. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's kind of on Damian Priest to take it now. You know, so they really they did their thing with Bad Bunny, and it was dope. Like. Yeah. They don't usually do those celebrity bookings like that are so good. Like that leads me to believe that the dude really is into wrestling like that too. Yeah. You know, which
he moved to Florida and performed at he went to the PC. Yeah, I think 4 months ago or something like that.
Yep.
Like he put in the work, which is more than more celebrities who try and step up into WWE do, or any wrestling promotion for that matter. I'm just saying.
Like the only one in recent memory outside of Pat McAfee was Stephen Amell.
And Stephen Amell had training basically because of Arrow.
Yeah.
So he kind of knew some logistics of wrestling.
Yeah, because he was doing a lot of stunt work.
Exactly. Which Stephen Amell is also really good.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right. Moving on, we got a quick backstage segment with New Day and Riddle. They congratulate him on his win. He asks Xavier Woods, what's in the case? Xavier Woods is holding a case as big as he is, and he's like, it's a new gift for Elias. We're gonna go all Antonio Banderas on his ass. I was like, okay, I'm very curious. And
so good.
So then we get to the match is supposed to be Elias versus Kofi Kingston. And he starts, trying to play. Same thing from last week. This is another thing that happened. Instead of Francesca, the trombone, we got Xavier Woods pulling out the bass guitar, which if you follow this man's Twitter, he's got it.
Yep.
So the fact that he's able to just, put it on TV and show his abilities, Xavier Woods does not get enough credit in any sense of the word.
Oh, for sure.
I love Xavier Woods.
Oh, yeah, me too. Obviously it was the same thing, but it was fresh because they did it differently, if that makes sense. So it was it was a totally different song, obviously, a different instrument. And then, of course, they did the Stone Cold later on, which was fun.
Which I don't know. Okay, so how did I miss this? What happened?
It's this... Bum, 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 bum. He was playing it.
Oh, was he?
Bass.
I couldn't hear because my TV was too low, so maybe that's why I was very confused as what you're talking about.
No, that's all it was. He was just playing that bass line. It was cool.
But I guess you can call this an upset because Elias So the match is rather quick. I think like maybe 10 minutes tops. Elias is very aggressive the whole match. He ends up getting the elbow off the top, and he pins Kofi.
Yeah,
like what?
This is bullshit. No, thank you.
Like what is going on here? I was not into that at all.
Also, with all these goddamn budget cuts, WWE, how did you find in your pocketbook the money to keep fucking Jackson Riker on your goddamn roster? Just can you give me, and you find time every goddamn week to put that dickhead on TV?
Listen,
I want to know more than why he's still employed is why Billy Kay had to go.
It's because I don't remember which writer it was said he didn't get Billy Kay, and she has a ceiling in WWE. Take that opinion, turn it sideways, and shove it up your ass because you're 100% wrong.
He is one of those people. He is one of those people that I wish Shawn Michaels kicked at Cyber Sunday back in like 2006 when he just went on a rampage, started kicking people in the face. I wish he was one of those people.
Was that when he kicked Sean Spears?
Yep.
See, I just kicked Stan. I love that so. That's one of my favorite things ever. Because then Triple H is just laughing at him.
Yep.
It's great.
Because that was hilarious. Like I fell out of my chair laughing at that first time I saw that.
I could watch that right now and crack the fuck up immediately.
It's just so like deliberate.
So good. Another thing that I kind of like, Alexa's Playground. So we get more backstory of Lily, her creepy little doll friend. Don't worry guys, she didn't meet Lily at Mania. No. They've been best friends for a long time. Cue poor Photoshop pictures of Alexa Bliss as a child with this doll. I'm calling them out. They're kind of shit. And then Alexa Bliss goes on to tell the story of how they were on a playground with... so Alexa was on a playground, kind of like the set, and there was this little girl, and she wanted her ice cream, and the little girl wouldn't give Alexa any of it, even though she didn't like strawberry, whatever. So she says, I shoved that little bitch, and she fell on her ass and broke her arm. That is a direct quote from Alexa Bliss, by the way. I'm not just saying that.
I know.
Direct quote.
She went there.
She really did. And she said, oh, well, Lily made me do it. That's what I told people. And they all thought I was crazy. You kind of are. And she said, well, Lily didn't like the Fiend. And now the Fiend is gone. And she calls attention to the rest of the women in the locker room saying, well, she doesn't like any of you. Cue Alexa Bliss laughing. Close up of the creepy doll. Creepy doll does a little and then ew, I don't do dolls. I'm sorry. It's creepy. I don't like it. Not a fan.
So here's why I'm
pantomiming something for a second. That was awesome.
So here's why I'm split down the middle.
Okay.
Because on the left side, this does not excuse what the fuck happened at WrestleMania. I'm still pissed about that.
Very true.
And especially if you're gonna say that she's been around this whole time, like you basically had your own little female Chucky for your whole life.
You would have Tiffany?
Yeah, right. If that's the case, then you never needed to. You could have dumped the Fiend well before WrestleMania, and they still could have had their blow off, and that could have been done. You know, so that I said you could have told that story without having the Fiend lose. Now on the flip side, if we're going in this direction, this was another thing I said last night on our show. I want to see her go after somebody big like Charlotte.
Yes,
because Charlotte doesn't need to be in the title picture.
Facts.
That feels pushed.
Facts.
Now, if you're gonna have a title match that involves her at Backlash, fine. But take that and steer her right into Lex's direction because you can carry that right into the summer. That's another feud that you can build for the women because their feuds on Raw have been shit.
Facts.
And this would be great. And we've only ever seen Charlotte and Alexa maybe 2 or 3 times. A couple times in NXT before they all got called up, and then Survivor Series 2017. That was it. Yeah. So that would be fresh. And like you can kind of do the same thing that you did with the Fiend, kind of go after people that she ran into in her past, you know, and kind of just do that as whatever Lily is supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that would be really fucking dope, actually. So they probably won't do it. So, you know, but no, I hear you. I mean, especially, I mean, just Alexa Bliss versus Charlotte is compelling in and of itself, just for the reasons why you said. You know, 2-3 times ever. Yeah. You know, like
which I didn't even think it was that many.
I don't really know.
Like,
man. I mean, I definitely haven't seen it since I've been watching. I've been watching wrestling for about 3.5 years now. So
yeah,
I haven't seen them.
More so, I think, like NXT days when Bliss was, you know, Glitter, Bliss, Sparkle, whatever.
Yeah.
Which, that character, you know, she was great. And then I think Sasha broke her nose. And then she became a part of Wesley Blake and... Oh my god. Blake and
Buddy
Murphy. Jesus Christ.
There you go.
Wow.
It's okay. They forgot he exists too, apparently.
Which is, don't even get me started. I'm not going another rant right now. I don't feel good enough of that.
Whatever.
Enough of. I need an adult. After Alexa's Playground, we get Mandy Rosen, Dana Brooke interview. Oh, we are not the bullies. Then, like, they don't even really get the chance to say anything before Naya just interrupts their interview, and they run away like cowards because that's all they've been doing. They push Naya's buttons and then they skedaddle away.
Yep.
And Shayna comes up behind Naya and she's like, you need to focus and pay attention, get your head in the game. You got too many distractions going on, and just like focus up or else. And then she walks away.
Shayna was straight fucking scary then too, man.
She was. Yeah.
I would have been like, yes, ma'am. I'll do whatever the fuck you want right now.
That's good. That's good. That's what needs to happen.
Yeah.
And we need to keep that energy going all the way through the split, because I don't want to see none of this bullshit going on that she's been doing with her. And as for the Doublemint twins, I don't know what they are.
Twins.
I don't know
There's no difference between those ladies. They look exactly the fucking same right now. Like, I'm not even trying to hate on them, but oh my fucking god.
Listen, I know details. It's the hair color. That's literally what makes them different. Dana's hair is slightly like dirtier blonde.
I'll take your word for it. Well, it's it's slight color, it's length, and Dana Brooke has massively enhanced lips, so you can kind of tell.
Well, that's true. She does have some lips.
She does have some lips. I mean, that is a statement that was just said. That is correct. So we're gonna get on to the
Dana Brooks has some lips.
We're gonna get on to the 2-on-1 handicap match. So Drew taking on T-Bar and Mace. Drew trying to, isolate either T-Bar and then Mace, and vice versa, and then they both just kind of get sick of it. They beat him down in the corner, and of all people to come out, Braun Strowman comes out for the save. And then, typical WWE fashion, impromptu tag match.
Yeah, I mean, that was dumb.
But
you know what? Braun and Drew worked way better than they should have.
I know. And that was 4 big men. Like, those were 4 giant men in the ring.
Big, meaty men slapping me.
Ew, all right, you need to relax there, bud. Do you gotta...
That's what Big E says.
I know, but this ain't SmackDown. Big E ain't here. Nah.
He should be, though. Could you imagine?
Imagine. But this is where this story gets good. So at one point, at the very end, Drew rips off Mace's mask, and we finally see Dio or Dion.
Dio
yeah. Madden, and we see his face for the first time in a very long time. Some people, this is their first time seeing his face.
Since Brock Lesnar F5'd him into oblivion.
Facts.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think that he was commentating on Raw. Wasn't that what he was doing?
And Brock got in his face, and he stepped up, and Brock said, fuck this guy, F5, onto the table.
That's right, I remember that.
And he got taken out. Yep. And then, so, and then he slaps Drew slaps Mace with it. And I cracked
He beat
up.
his ass
Well,
with
first,
it.
Oh my god.
Mace slapped Drew, and then Drew said, no, slaps him full force in the face with the mask. Starts beating him down in the corner. DQ.
Holy shit.
And then T-Bar kind of gets involved. Braun rips off T-Bar's mask, and we finally see Dijak. We see the face. We see his face. We know who you are, sir. So that's the best thing about this is now hopefully they get rid of their stupid names because now we see their faces. And if they come wearing those masks next week, someone's catching my hands. I don't know who it's gonna be, but somebody is. Swear to God.
I'm not showing up because she fucking hates me. So it'll probably be me.
I mean, I'm not saying Kevin's gonna catch my hands, but it might be Kevin. Unless Reek's here to protect you.
Wow, that was a real awkward silence.
Well, Reek really said, nah. You can.
So,
Thanks.
I'm just an advocate, okay? I'm just an advocate.
All right, Paul.
Yeah, that was a good response. That's the political response.
You know, I will say this. Drew became his daddy at that moment. Savannah knows. Savannah knows what's up. He did.
Nah, for real. Like, if you got the belt as a kid, this gave you PTSD.
Oh, 100%.
I didn't, but I could see how. Yeah. Ooh. We're just gonna move on. Miz taking on Damian Priest. Basically the same match from last week, minus John Morrison. He tries. I'm pretty sure Damian Priest also tried to rip off Miz's trunks.
Yeah, he tried to do something
kind of
weird.
Messed up. Like nah. Ain't nobody want to see that on live TV. No sir.
Maurice would have murdered him.
Maurice
would have murdered him.
She would have straight up stabbed him with her heels. But they tried the same thing they did last week. Maurice getting on the apron. And Miz almost rolls up Priest again, even has his feet on the ropes. Doesn't work this time. Instead, Priest hit the lights for the win. So this man only has one loss on his record since being on the main roster. Only one.
They really are building him the fuck up, aren't they? Jesus
As
Christ,
they
I didn't
should.
realize that. Yeah. No, I mean absolutely. I'm not complaining. I just didn't realize, I guess.
It's kind of crazy.
And just tell him to stop using Cody Rhodes' move and just give him the Razor's Edge back.
No shit. Razor's Edge is cooler than that move anyway.
Razor's Edge is better for him.
Yeah, 100%. And Cody Rhodes just hits that move so clean. Like I can't see anybody else do it.
He really does because like he's been doing it for so long. Like he's kind of perfected it.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
So seeing Damian Priest do it, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, like it's not that it's bad. It's just like nah.
No.
It just doesn't feel the same. Like that move feels like Cody Rhodes to me. You know.
I agree. So following that, we get the Open Challenge from Sheamus. He comes out saying, "Oh, he's gonna be champ for a long time, and he's gonna be a fighting champion." He issues the Open Challenge. Anyone in the back, and Humberto Carrillo, looking jacked as hell, comes out,
he really did.
and he's just like, "All right, let's go." Sheamus doesn't even give him a chance. Starts beating the holy hell out of him, whooping him around ringside. Like, this isn't even a match. This is a straight up mugging.
No.
It's fitting for Sheamus because he looks like an old time like mobster.
Yeah.
From Ireland.
Mobster.
I said in the chat what was going on. Like he's repping the Dead Rabbits from Gangs of New York, and he just treated Humberto Carrillo like he was one of the natives. Beat his ass.
No, I thought that's what you were saying. I wasn't 100% sure if that was the reference you were making, but I thought so.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's a
you're
dope
right.
movie.
That's basically what it was. And then, of course, he ends it with a bro kick. This man was wearing dress shoes and hit the bro kick clean.
That was impressive.
We love to see it. We really do.
He can't miss this year.
No, Sheamus is killing it. He really, really is.
This is where's Vince with the Stan account when you need him? Like.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. It's official. No more slander from here on out.
Good. You know what? I'm glad Vince did that though, because it gave Sheamus the boost he needed. So shout out to Vince. And now you have now you have a stand account for Sheamus.
That's right. That's right.
We love to see it. We really do. And I also love that they've never changed Sheamus's character. And now let me explain that. For Rhea Ripley, they tried to Americanize her, right? Like we said that last week. Sheamus, they have not. Same with Drew.
No.
They're allowing those two to speak more of, like, their lingo. Like Kyle said in the chat, Sheamus said, like, you know, have a bit of the crack, which I also knew what that meant. Kyle, you're not that special. But like it's an Irish saying. Also, I don't mean to be mean to Kyle. Kyle's gotten a lot of hate today. I'm very sorry.
No, fuck that asshole.
Stop. Shh. Just let me speak. And so the fact that they're allowing them to do lingo that is native to them, and so like Scotland and Ireland, and if they let Rhea do it, they could throw some Aussie slang in there. I'm pretty sure Billy and Peyton probably did at one point, mainly probably down in NXT. But I like that they're doing that for some people. They should do it for everybody, but that's besides the point. So there was just something like that I liked.
They should do something different because she's clearly not comfortable with the mic.
Exactly. She had like 4 words to say tonight, and she was stressed, which is sad. Like, because in NXT she did okay with the promos, and now she's just like it's not hitting.
Yeah, I mean, she was never the greatest at promos, but it wasn't like she was missing. You know what I mean? Like, in NXT, like, they, at least, there's just, it's just not connecting. Yeah. Like, and, like, the shit that she was doing, like, during the match and all that stuff, like, I'm with it. I like that, you know? I like what they're doing with her, you know, as far as that's concerned. But, yeah, man, I mean, I don't know
either. But
something weird. Fucking Rhea Ripley, get it fixed. Yeah.
Moving on to our main event, we get Charlotte versus Asuka, and Rhea pulling a Tommaso / Toothless Timmy sitting on the ramp with a steel chair. If you watch NXT, you know what I'm talking about.
Timmy.
That's what Tommaso calls him. I like that nickname. It fits. Geez. It fits for him. So she's kind of just sitting ramp with steel chair. Match is aggressive. Like, I'm glad we got to see like this aggressive side of Asuka again. A little sloppy here or there. Some moves weren't hitting, maybe because it's been Charlotte's first match back in a while. I'm just gonna say that. And she's focusing on Asuka's knee, which makes sense because she's Charlotte. She ends up applying the figure 8, but Rhea pulls her hands so she falls. That causes a scuffle between the two of them, allowing Asuka for another crucifix roll up for the win. And then Charlotte goes off the deep end.
Oh my god, does she
starts attacking the refs of the match. And other refs come in, they're just like, hey, whoa, like, get off him. No, stop. No, Dad, stop. Like, come on. Like, get off of the ref. And she, twice at least, she gets off, walks away, and she's like, no. Starts beating him down again. This is
pretty brutal.
It's the same stuff they do for beatdowns like this.
Yeah.
I mean, AEW is, they definitely do it too. You've seen it. Someone leaves,
does it.
and then they come back, and then they leave, and then they come back and do it again.
This is like one of the oldest wrestling tropes since wrestling was wrestling.
Exactly.
Man.
So like they're always gonna do it. And you said, I don't know if we started the recording yet or not, but how much is she getting fined?
$100,000.
Which is nothing to Charlotte.
For abusing a WWE official.
Abusing. Did y'all hear that? She abused that man.
I think that's an appropriate term to use after watching that beatdown. That was, you know.
I mean, what? Bucks got fined $50,000 each or something.
Yeah.
For like super kicking people each time.
And they should have got more because that shit was unprovoked. Like there was no reason for that.
There was no reason for that.
They super kicked Shivani, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. But she felt like I guess she had a gripe or something like that, and it was out of frustration. They were just being dickheads and decided they were going to kick people that worked for them.
I mean,
You
that's
know,
also kind of true.
we've seen refs get attacked after guys get frustrated. You know, so it's nothing new.
It's very true. We have seen it in the past.
Looking your way, Triple H.
at Paul Levesque, we see you.
Oh yeah.
Calling him.
Nah, man.
I mean, I didn't. Paul Levesque, let's go.
Jesus. I didn't have a problem with it, but yeah, I mean, it's old as wrestling butthole.
I mean, it's definitely like, if this didn't solidify, or if last week didn't solidify Charlotte as a heel, this week definitely did.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, if y'all are still trying to say, oh, Charlotte's not a heel, you're wrong. I'll tell you how you're wrong in multiple ways, because just look at what happened.
She abused a WWE official.
Abused a WWE
like
official.
Officially abused an official.
A WWE official. She abused the official.
Apparently, it costs $100,000 if you'd like to abuse a WWE official.
I don't even. I would imagining $100K just going towards the company that has billions of dollars. I would listen. I don't even have $100K. I don't even know what that looks like ever.
Not me either.
But
Cat, Jesus fucking Christ! Sorry,
Kevin.
He's tickling my leg real bad.
Anyways, I feel like that's the perfect way to end it off. Thank you guys so much for watching. You know, another Monday, another Raw recap. We did our best. I was not on my game at all. I don't know what's going on with me. It's fine.
I mean, you suck. It's okay.
But
Raw wasn't that bad.
Are still the number one host of the Smack Raw podcast. This is Katie's Kingdom, and we are all subjects in it.
Wow. Clip it. Somebody clip it.
I ain't licked no motherfucking boots.
How dare you? Shout out again.
When I say
to
fuck the man, that's
shut
what
up,
I
Kevin.
believe.
Kevin, shut the
Even
fuck
if that
up.
man happens to be Katie.
Kevin, shut the fuck up and let me do this. Shout out to Reek Havoc, of course, for hopping on again at my request. I did ask him this time. It wasn't spur of the moment like last week.
It's still fun, man.
Obviously, we love having you
awesome
on.
to have you.
I need a hype man every once in a while. But
and your Paul Heyman promos are second to none.
They're fire. They're fire.
They're great. I love them.
Now, Reek, tell the people where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at ReekHavoc24. Also, go check out the Havoc Hour on Spotify, Anchor, also YouTube. We talk sports and entertainment. I've got some good stuff that I'm going to be doing tomorrow. I'm not going to reveal it just yet, but it's going to be some MMA stuff, but it's going to be good. So check that out.
Always leave them wanting more.
That's the way to do it. Yeah, so Wednesday on this Twitch, you can find both myself and RN covering NXT. I don't remember what time. Oh, and tomorrow. Okay, so Tuesday, UWO 420 with...
Not me.
Not Kevin, which is very funny to me.
Yeah, funny to you, you piece of shit.
Thanks. You've called me worse. So check. Be on the lookout for that. I don't remember. I don't know if it's gonna be on this channel or Kyle's. Just stay tuned.
Boycott it because I'm not on it.
Okay. Wednesday you can find RN and I covering NXT live on this Twitch channel. I do not know a time. And then following Dynamite, you can catch Kevin and Kyle. If I'm feeling up to it, I may sneak on. Shh, don't tell Kyle. We won't tell him yet. He doesn't listen to this anyways. But it's only if I'm feeling up to it. We'll see. And then you can catch RN and Kyle covering SmackDown on Friday. We got a good week of shows lined up. Thank you guys again. And we will see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye!